This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard the tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back legally on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Former NBA player J.J. Redick was on the Bussin' with the Boys podcast, which is a podcast hosted by NFL players Taylor Lewin and Will Compton. And, of course, you know, any good show will start talking about pizza, all right? And
as it should.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't even care what the show's about.
Yep. And then eventually what happens is, though, such a wonderful topic as pizza will devolve into a battle over toppings.
Yeah, because if you put pineapple on that, I'm going to lose my mind.
So that microphone
You're lucky I'm tired. All right, jump over this console.
Shut that mic off.
Right?
Yeah, Danny's an idiot.
What is happening?
So JJ's answer. So they talked about toppings. And then, all right, JJ, what do you like on your pizza? And JJ's answer led to Will Compton responding with a simple WTF. Here's the audio.
JJ, you have the floor. I'm going to go in order of how I want to eat these pizzas. Number one, I just want shallots and hot peppers. Second pizza would be what I call a twin special. It's my wife's favorite pizza, along with her twin. I'll go pepperoni, white onion, green pepper. For kind of like a dessert, I would go with ricotta, sausage, and maybe some sage. Okay. What the was that, dude?
He's thinking cheese and pepperoni.
Shallots?
I don't even know what a shallot is.
I was about to say, I thought that was something you get when you get older and you have to get a shot for it.
Oh, it's an onion. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a sweeter, not as pungent onion.
And it's
a crap ton more expensive to buy at the grocery store.
I want no onions on my pizza unless they're caramelized.
Here's what I'm going to say. There's two camps. It's obvious that, Will Compton is from the camp. Look, man, simple pizza. Give me pepperoni, like maybe New York style. I mean, I feel like he's that camp. And then there's the serious pie Mia Posto pizza fan like myself, where you really love your pizza dressed up and all sorts of cool stuff. And that feels like J.J. Redick to me. I thought everything he said was fantastic.
Yeah,
especially
absolutely.
Ricotta. I'm 100% behind. I'm Team Redick.
Yeah, well, you throw onions and shallots, and it's like, shut the hell up. Get out.
Oh, you know what? Onions on the pizza? You
I hate
have a
onions
problem
on
with
the pizza.
Oh, so you hate onions?
You're an onion hater, aren't you?
Yeah, I think onions are way overrated.
Oh, caramelized onions are the best.
So
I said that. Those are good. And you can. I had pizzas with that, and it's and my wife gets some vegan pizzas where the caramelized onions are kind of like the main base of it all, and it's delicious.
Okay, then. So, I mean,
I'm talking like red onions and shallots and
shallots, Vicky said, are kind of a sweeter onion, so you probably would like those.
All right, I just don't like the name. Call them sweet onions, then.
Okay.
Well, sweet onions are a different thing, too.
Yeah, I'm mad about something I've never tried, BJ.
Yeah, and they're
like a good American.
They're more bulby than an onion. They're tiny.
Yeah,
I don't look like an onion.
They're delicious.
They are.
Exit this conversation because you got Danny the idiot over there with no pineapples. You got Steve who doesn't even know what he doesn't like and still hates it. Rev is the only sane one here. Vicky's the only sane one here. So
I will
I'm
try.
Say,
I'll try anything on a pizza.
Like,
will you?
I mean, come on, you know. But I've done the Reuben pizzas. There's a place called the Tipsy Tomato in Tacoma that does some really amazing off the wall stuff. You can get like SpaghettiOs and like Funyuns for like SpaghettiOs as like your base sauce.
That may cross the line for me.
Oh yeah, you can go like 5-star ridiculousness, and you can still get normal ones as well. But I love trying all the different weird pizzas. They're fun.
Where do you guys stand on mushrooms on pizza?
Oh, I love mushrooms on pizza.
Yes.
Hard pass.
Wow. Come on,
I mean, if I'm building my own pizza, I'm not getting it. But if it's already there, I'll eat it.
Unless I'm about to watch Wizard of Oz and they're going to take me to another dimension, I don't want mushrooms on my pizza. I just finally got okay with olives. For the longest time, I didn't even like black olives, but now I'm okay with that.
Wow. Okay, well, nothing wrong with black olives. I have my go-to at Mod. It's funny. Like,
what's your go-to?
My go-to at Mod is I will get the mozzarella sauce, the mozzarella on tomato sauce, and then I will get mushrooms, bacon, pineapple, and corn drizzled with the barbecue sauce at the end.
The corn.
That's the corn, dude.
That's so weird.
I know it's weird. But somebody tried it, so I said, well, if somebody tried it, I'll try it. And they have it at Mod Pizza. It's one of the things you can put on
it's
there.
It's an ingredient, so I mean...
So I'm like, okay. And, it's so good. And I love it. Oh, it's like crack. It's the only way I'll have my pizza at Mod.
And then ruining it with barbecue sauce. That's
the barbecue is good
Shut
too.
your whore mouth.
Yeah,
Barbecue's great too.
No, it's the worst.
Dang,
it's literally the worst.
No, it's not.
No,
yes,
it is not. It is. It's a perfect amount of sweet. They don't put too much on because you know what? Those Mod masters know what they're doing.
It's a circular drizzle. I know exactly. I'm very aware of it because like my main go-to. Look, I love a good. At the end of the day, it's a cheese pizza for me, or a pepperoni pizza. But I'm basic bitch. But when I go to Mod, I get the Caspian, which is the barbecue sauce base, and then it's just it's a barbecue chicken pizza basically with barbecue sauce.
Those are good.
See, what I want to do, and I do this when I go to Mia Posto, is I will say to the person I'm having lunch with, because you get the lunch special and they give you like the little basically personal sized pizza. I go, look, if you pick 2 things you like, we can share. I don't care what I love every pizza. Here I go. I want a variety. Just pick 2 things that you like, and I'll give you 2 of mine. You take 2 of you, and you give me 2 of yours, and then we get to have like variety, which is what I love.
Yeah, that's what BJ and I did, and it was fantastic.
I get way too pumped about mine. I don't want to share it with anyone because I know mine's the dominant one of the 2 that we're ordering.
No matter what.
No, I'll let you pick. You pick 2 or is there only one you like?
I got 2 of the Caspians.
You can split them, I guess. Still,
yeah.
Now here's. I found this because a place down in Tacoma, Puget Sound Pizza, they do a pizza of the month. They did a Reuben pizza once, which is fantastic. I loved
pizza.
it. They've done the pickle pizza.
I don't know about that.
Dude.
It's so good.
I'll try it.
It is so good.
I recommend Fat Zach's in Puyallup.
Yeah, the NBD.
They have the pickle pizza. I don't know what it's called.
It's the NBD.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's a ranch-based sauce.
So good.
Dude.
I had it out front of, they were out front of Dystopian once for an event, and it was so good.
They're branching out, man. Everyone's just a little food shack, like almost like a food truck in downtown Puyallup, and now I think they have 4 locations.
That's great. Okay, that's great. That's wonderful. And they're all down south, aren't they?
Yeah, Sumner, I think.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, there's one it's a South Hill, Sumner, and Puyallup.
Yeah, exactly. So what's Vicky, Danny, and what are we supposed to do?
Come
drive down? Yeah.
No, we're not going to drive to Puyallup. You guys are there. Plus, there's traffic.
Rude.
Well, if you pick the right time, it's not that bad.
I mean,
How
they're
about they
mobile.
go
You can book the food truck.
Yeah, hit up Fat Zach and be like, yo, Fat Zach, driving over.
FZ.
Yo, Zach.
FZ, drive up north a bit, huh? What you say, FZ?
I hope there's a guy named Fat Zach. Otherwise, it sounds like I'm body shaming somebody. What's the name of the place?
Look, it better be a name called Fat Zach. Otherwise, they're body shaming some poor guy that was on the street. They go, that guy's name is Zach and he's fat.
He loves our pizzas. Let's name it after him.
Someone said, Steve, you probably know about Viva, the vegan restaurant in Tacoma. Oh, dude, we go there all the time, and they have amazing pizza. They have a Grickle pizza, which is fantastic. It's vegan cheese based with pickles. We haven't tried that one yet, but that's the next one we're going to try when we go to Viva.
I've never been to Viva before. This sounds fun.
Where's this again?
It's Viva. It's all vegan, but it's not like, like when you think vegan, it's just a bunch of salads. It's like they have like a Philly cheesesteak that's ridiculous.
Ooh.
Like a vegan version of like a pulled pork sandwich they've done.
Okay, so the Philly cheesesteak is vegan.
Yes, but dude, it's decadent.
How do they do that? Wow. Okay. How do they do that? They have fake cheese and fake meat.
Fake cheese and I believe mushrooms kind of replace them. I can't remember.
Oh, the mushrooms or the meat?
Dude, it's so overloaded with fake cheese.
Are you high right now?
Yes.
Okay. I mean,
they got a brownie a la mode.
Look,
their pastries are ridiculous too.
Pumpkin muffins. Cheesecake?
That's
if
my
I want a
nickname,
cheesesteak,
pumpkin
I am not going to get like. I got to go get the meat.
Of course, then you don't go to a vegan restaurant.
you
You dolt.
I know.
Well, why nachos?
Well, why don't they have Impossible? The plant-based meat. Why would they just give me mushrooms? Plant-based meat would work.
They don't really use any of like the plant-based like.
Oh, what are they trying to do to me over here?
They're not trying to do anything for you. They don't care about you.
Yeah, they don't like you.
Yeah.
They
Wow.
actively
They
say
actually
no
have a-
BJ Shea.
They have a picture of you on their window, and it just says a big line through it.
I'm sorry. I'm protesting.
It's a no
If you like
BJ
mushrooms,
zone.
call it a mushroom sandwich.
I'm not even sure if it's mushrooms, dude. I don't remember.
You don't even know what you're eating.
I don't. It just give it to me and put it in my mouth. If it's good, I'll eat it.
Yeah, right?
Peppered and grilled seared portobello mushroom, sweet onion, red bell pepper, garlic covered in cheese sauce on a toasted baguette with spring mix.
It's so good.
The portobello mushroom, man, I don't know. Sometimes I feel it, sometimes I don't.
Also,
If it's done right, it's good.
Yeah, that's the problem. You
And
know
they
what's
do it
really
right.
done right is a Philly cheese sandwich with real steak.
Well, then
Boy,
go there.
that-
No one's stopping you. This is for
go to-
people who don't eat meat, so they have an option. That's,
Yeah, BJ, go back to Philly where they don't even like you.
yeah, there you go.
They have a crab dip that's amazing. But it's made with carrots.
Okay, wait a second. All right.
Oh, fun.
It's not even like fake crab. It's not carrot. Okay.
I love that
You're
they
so old fashioned.
Yeah.
You like to be all woke and everything
you
else.
like the
when it
21st
comes to
century,
food, you're
okay.
like, I'm an old crumpy old man.
I don't have a problem with you going for an alternative, but if it's not at least like tasting like crab, there's no way that the carrots taste like crab.
No, but it tastes delicious.
But then don't call it a crab thing.
Well,
Call it
it looks like a
delicious
crab
thing.
dip. It doesn't necessarily have to taste exactly like a crab
I
dip.
mean, some of the one of my favorite places that I went to, the Bamboo. I think it was the Bamboo restaurant,
Bamboo Garden or something like
Bamboo
that?
Garden in Queen Anne.
Yeah. They were great.
It really, you felt like you were eating the stuff. I mean, and it was all vegetarian, and I imagine it was vegan, or at least some of it.
And BJ, they called them ribs.
Yeah,
And
but
they
it
weren't
did-
ribs.
No, but they tasted like it. There's no way a friggin' mushroom
think
is
it
tasting
tasted
like a
like it.
cheesesteak.
They didn't. I mean, it didn't.
Have you tried it?
tasted
You don't
good,
know.
but it didn't.
We should all go to Viva.
Danny, I'm gonna
let's
give you
go.
a taste test.
I'm
Go
in.
to Viva
Let's
and give Danny a taste test. Let him try the mushroom cheesesteak, and let him try a regular cheesesteak and see if he can tell the difference.
Of course, there's a difference.
There's some impossible meat that I can't tell the difference, is what I'm saying. And some of those foods at the Bamboo restaurant, honestly, I was like, are you sure this isn't chicken? This is insane if it tastes like chicken to me. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the crab with carrots, I don't know.
Also, I found a new pizza place in South Park called Southtown Pie Pizza.
Southtown.
Oh, yeah?
It's our
And what do they
favorite
make-
place to go.
What do they make the pizza out of? Like bamboo shoots?
Well, I'm going to put this in. No, I'm not
Look
vegan.
at this guy.
Oh,
He's
okay, I just
such a
turned
I know.
hater.
They have a great, just regular
I'm sure
pepperoni
someone
pizza.
from Star Trek liked the vegan meal. You'd be like, oh, vegan stuff is awesome
Yeah,
now.
Shatner, he would be
No,
like
I just
all over
don't,
it.
don't push your mushroom. Tell me it's a cheesesteak. I don't want it.
McGregor said he liked it. I love it now.
Okay, well, Ewan McGregor's not a Star Trek, but you know, whatever. Bottom line is that I just, don't push your mushrooms and tell me it's
Nobody's
cheesesteak.
pushing anything on you.
Oh, they are. It's an agenda. They're trying to get me.
Yes, Viva is trying to take over the world.
It's big
tired.
mushroom, man. That's who we
It's
need to
big
worry
mushroom.
about.
It's Matty Mushroom.
You know what?
So the South End was it?
Southtown Pie. I was trying to say that there was a corned beef pizza that they had around
Oh, yeah, what's
St.
the corned
Patrick's
beef
Day.
made out of?
So
Like
good.
tires? What is it
Actually,
made out of,
corned
tires?
beef, and it was delicious.
What the hell are you eating corned beef made out of corned beef for, you friggin' terrorist?
Jeez.
Wow.
Just saying.
You're weird.
Who gave BJ real coffee today?
Yeah. Did somebody give him like a Snickers bar or something?
Yeah, give him a
Sure.
Snickers bar.
Okay, fine.
It's
You
a
know what?
vegan Snickers bar.
You know what? Well, I can't wait for all of you to take that special drive down to the vegan restaurant to have your stuff.
Well,
Who's
we're
going?
going to all have fun without you.
Yeah, you can
really?
party at my place.
And
Okay,
and they have
good.
some good pastries that you would really like.
Oh
BJ.
my God! Well, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna.
All right.
Good. That was good. Yeah.
Yeah, good retort there. Yeah, great.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I mean, I'm gonna go. If I want a pastry, I'll go get a pastry that's made out of pastry stuff.
You know that there's pastry stuff that's it's made out of pastry stuff that's vegan.
Don't
like
tell
dark
me.
chocolate.
Oh,
Don't tell me anything about
I
Oreos,
know.
man.
I've had it, and look, it's
Oreos.
great.
That's a good point.
That's fine. I understand that. Well, first of all, Oreos are, of course, they're the greatest non-dairy product ever. I'll have you. All right. So we can agree on that. If it's vegan, then I'll go down to that place and I'll have Oreos. That works. Thanks, buddy. I can do that.
I kind of hope you just choke on a cheesesteak sandwich today.
Oh, really?
Not die.
Yeah, don't die. Just
But
have
just
a
like
little
a
bit of
scare.
Yeah, a little
I
scare.
am at least.
Yeah.
When you pee your pants just a little bit.
I'm your honest friend, Steve. I'm your honest friend. None of
You're
these
my
other
annoying
hypocrites are going to make a trip to a vegan restaurant.
I'll go.
They're not going to do it. Danny, you'll go anywhere because you have no friends.
Yeah, we're going to go.
Everybody else.
And we'll go get pizza.
Yes.
Yeah.
Vegan pizza.
Where's that at? Is that the Vivo place you were talking about? They have pizza?
Yeah, that's how it all started. Someone said that they have a pickle pizza there.
Yeah, it's called the Grickle.
What's the cheesesteak place?
It's all
Same place.
They do all of it, dude.
They do
They
the
have
Philly
pizza,
enchiladas, fried
You're
rice.
so mad about vegans that you're not even listening anymore. You've lost
That's
your
true.
mind.
You know, if I owned Viva, I'd be so conflicted. Like, I love that this place they're giving us all this free love. And like 5 of the 6 people are saying nice things, but the other guy's really starting to piss us off.
That's fine. Look, if Viva starts advertising on our station, I will retract all my comments.
Yes, of course. You're inspired by the dollar.
Otherwise, I do not give a flying fish about any rando restaurant, not just them, if they get mad because we happen to say whether we like or not like the place.
No,
we are human beings. Yeah. So, but yeah. I mean, they're probably nice people. And look, I used to be a vegetarian, so it's awesome that there are places for people to go that have different dietary needs. That, I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with Danny, really. At the end of the day, it's Danny.
You can get the barbecue jack sandwich.
What the hell is that made out of?
Jackfruit.
Does it have barbecue
on it? Oh, my God, no. I hate jackfruit.
No, I'm out.
Oh,
it's a sandwich.
And you're not coming with us, BJ, anyway, so what does it matter?
Yeah.
Like
you're not going down there either.
I'm not a big fan of
Vicky,
I've been wanting to go to Tacoma for a while. This is a good excuse. I'll hit up all the things I need to do.
Okay. I've been wanting to go to Tacoma, just waiting for that vegan restaurant to give me the invite.
We all got to go together. It's like, I'll go in there. Like, there's a lot of people showing up today. What's going on here?
I'm going to tell you this right now. If you go to Tacoma and you don't go to Frugal's, I mean, I think that's my first stop. I got to go to, or if I'm going to go to Puyallup, I got to go to Karma Indian. Sorry, Steve. If I'm making the trip, I got to go to my favorite places.
Well, then I
got no time to
go to
a
Karma, and we'll be at Viva.
All right, fine. Listen, that'll be great because then I don't got to listen to half of you.
Actually, all of us, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, hanging out.
All right. You know what? I want to see pictures of every single one of you hypocrites at Viva Restaurant together. I want to see it because it ain't going to happen.
I'm in. Let's go right now.
I mean, I know the Rev can go because he lives close, but no way West Seattle and Marysville Mary are going to go. They're just not going to go.
Well, we're going to do it just to spite you. That's
I know. Jeez.
That's fine. I mean, then I'm going to be excited while you idiots are in traffic, and Danny's going to take 10 years to get from the West Seattle to wherever he wants to go.
Traffic's not always crappy going into Tacoma.
Oh, if you're in West Seattle,
90% of the time, yes.
And I'm sure I can find a hookup in Tacoma I could spend the night at. I'll be fine.
Oh, yeah, now you're going to go to the vegan restaurant and get a hotel. You people are insane.
I didn't say a hotel. A hookup. I can find a dude's house to stay at.
Mushroom sandwich and pretend it's a cheesesteak. Could I have a hotel, please? Because I'm a bat-ass crazy.
Why a hotel?
I agree with that last part, though, you just said. You are bat-ass crazy.
Hey, Steve, I'm going to buy a house in Tacoma. That's my next stop, so I can go to the vegan restaurant. That's my next thing.
How did I go from her finding a hookup that she's going to have a booty call with and also enjoy some vegan food to her buying a house in Tacoma?
I'm done with all of you hypocrites. Go to Tacoma to your vegan. Why don't you marry the vegan restaurant, Vicky?
I mean, are they proposing? Because, I'll consider it.
Look, and not for nothing. If they cook for you, might as well marry
some guys I see working there.
Okay, that's an extra reason why I want to go now.
They probably got that fake sausage for you.
It's better than mine.
Okay, we're learning a lot about all of this today, really. Hey, we got a woman that bought a pair of used roller skates online only to find out that they were the roller skates that she sold 40 years ago. You're going to hear from her at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. All right, Steve, I know you know this. I know Rev may know this. I'm going to ask Joey can just give a thumbs up or thumbs down if he knows. Danny, Vicky, I'm going to say something. Tell me if you know what this is.
Okay.
Hojo's.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Vicky?
No.
Joey, thumbs up, thumbs down?
Joey, thumbs down, doesn't know Hojo's.
Nope.
No.
This
is
is
a former Mets baseball player, Howard Johnson.
There we go, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Part of me wants to know, and I've often wondered, I can't remember, Steve, I don't know the story of him, if he was named that because of the restaurant. Like, did the Johnson family go, we're going to name you Howard because we love the restaurant so much? I don't know. I don't know that about Hojo's history.
I don't think so. I think it's just such a generic name,
Yeah, well, but, when you think about Howard Johnson, I think played in the 80s or 90s, and when he was that means he was probably born in the 60s, 70s.
Crazier things have happened.
Could have named him Howard for that reason.
He's one of the first baseball autographs I ever got. He was doing a signing at an electronics store called The Wiz.
Oh,
I went there and I got his autograph.
His name was an iconic name because of the Howard Johnson's restaurant. And you talk about, you know how old you are if you remember the orange-roofed, just delightful places of goodness that would give you respite off the side of a freeway.
I didn't know that they were restaurants.
Dude, same here. I was about to say that too. Okay, I'm glad you said that, Rev, because I was like, I know the hotel. I don't know the restaurant.
Yeah, I knew of the hotels, but I never knew that they were actual restaurants.
Before, basically, McDonald's and all the fast food restaurants realized how genius it was to basically always have places right off the exits of freeways. Really, the only place that you really would go eat was Howard Johnson's. There'd be Howard Johnson's up and down freeways, at least on the East Coast. They were big, probably the 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, I think, somewhere in that vicinity.
So what kind of vegan options do they have?
Oh, geez. Sorry. The reason I'm talking about it is because the last one is finally closed. And boy, I was wrong. They actually were around. They opened in 1925, almost 100 years ago.
Wow, yeah. Dude.
And it was a roadside restaurant with an orange roof and 28 types of ice cream. And yeah, that's where when we went on a road trip, whenever we had to go anywhere that was longer than 2 hours, I begged my parents, can we go to Hojo's? Can we go to the Howard Johnson's? Because we're on a road trip, aren't we? It's longer than 2 hours.
It looks almost like a Denny's vibe to it. Or a Sherry's even, like just like the look, like a diner.
Yeah. It had good old fashioned American food, man. Of course, with the 28 types of ice cream, which I think that's probably why Baskin Robbins was like, "We'll show you."
Apparently, at some point, they were known also for their tender sweet clams.
Yes.
And I'm looking at this, and it's like a cool way that you could hold it, like this. I'm looking at like a bucket that has a hole in it, so your thumb could go in there, so you could hold it with the dipping sauce container.
Man, that's so good.
But it had a very weird marketing term. It was called. They said Howard Johnson clams, sweet as a nut.
Sweet as a nut?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Their clams were sweet as a nut.
Interesting.
Don't know what that even means.
Yeah.
Boy, I'd love to talk to were they trying to get people into clams and said, hey, they're just like nuts? I don't know.
I don't know, but man, they're probably smart. They ditched that marketing campaign.
Yeah, man. So the last restaurant finally is closed. The Wyndham Hotel chain, that property, they own the brand. And the final location was in Lake George, New York. Oh, I know that one. Oh, wow. It lasted 70 years.
70.
Although it was only open part-time hours at the end. But I remember that Lake George. I think my dad, gosh, did we stay there when my dad and I went up there? I can't remember, man. It was, you talk about nostalgia and the feels of a young kid getting to go, because I loved food. I loved treats. And back then, restaurants were treats. You did not eat out of the house much at all in my time.
So they were known for, at least according to the story that I'm reading on a website called losttables.com, which talks about like old restaurants. And it says that the main thing that they were known for over the years, and that was like their old favorite, were fried clams and frankfurters.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, like, look, the juvenile side of me is like, footlongs and clams. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Sweet as a nut. Who has the sense of humor at Hojo's?
Yeah. I don't, man, it was, I mean, you think of what Amazon is. I mean, Howard Johnson's was the joint if you were a roadside traveler. Like they were the McDonald's. They were just so everywhere. And they're gone. I mean, they just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, frankfurters, clams, and ice cream. That seemed to be their thing.
These are a few of my favorite things.
I'm not opposed to any of them.
Right?
And but did you say they became a hotel? Because I can't remember, I don't know that, but they were hotels.
I only know them as a hotel.
Yeah, I only knew them as a hotel.
So they spread out, became hotels, and apparently Wyndham, that property bought them and probably decided nobody cares about this anymore. And I mean, the roof was iconic, and
the Howard Johnson hotels are still around, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
the Howard, they still exist?
Yes, absolutely. They're like affordable hotels. Like they're
so it's the restaurant that just died. Okay,
right.
That's
Wyndham
gone.
owns the Howard Johnson hotels.
Oh, well, that makes me feel better that the hotels are still around.
And the hotels still have an orange roof, so just grab yourself a foot long and go in there and eat it, and you feel like you're still there.
Well, they have restaurants in there. I wouldn't be surprised. I wonder if they have some of that great cuisine in there.
Do they have a restaurant in there?
I don't know.
Some hotels don't have restaurants inside of them.
I think they might have like continental breakfast,
which is like a cereal dispenser or something.
Yeah, you're right, Steve. Maybe they don't.
I don't think they're not a high-end restaurant. I mean, a high-end hotel.
Oh, well.
Fun fact, though, if you ever go to Disneyland and want to stay on the cheap, there's a Howard Johnson right across the street that does amazing deals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like I don't know, what would you say, like a Marriott, kind of?
I'd go with more like a Holiday Inn.
Or a Best Western?
Yeah, something like that, Best Western.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, man, if you especially if you're going to Disney, you got to save money any way you can.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but then you don't have Mickey Mouse hanging out in the hotel.
Yeah, well, you got to go full boat, Steve.
Splurge,
full boat, or you got to get there how you got to get there, man. I look at it like I don't want to be in the hotel at all. I mean, that's my attitude when I go to places like that. What do I care about the hotel for? I don't want to even be there.
I don't know why this popped into my head, but it did, because it just reminds me of like an IHOP type of a vibe. Like if you had to pick one and you could only eat that, would it be an IHOP, a Denny's, or a Sherry's?
Oh boy,
I feel like those are like that's like the same similar style-ish chains.
Well, I recently was at an IHOP and had something besides their pancakes, and it was really good. So I thought, ooh,
what you have?
The Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
Oh, they had they had some sort of macaroni and cheese thing. Remember I showed you? I sent you guys a picture of it.
It did look good.
It was at
IHOP. Okay.
Yeah, and I never go to IHOP except for breakfast. I never go to Sherry's except for pie.
See, and I had the exact opposite experience at IHOP, and this is a way back when I was in high school, and I know they revamped there. I actually kind of want to go to retry their like dinner stuff, because when I went in high school, I went and had like a burger, and I was like, you know what, I'm never going to do anything besides pancakes at IHOP again. That being said, I think now, because remember they did the whole IHOP thing.
Yeah, the burgers.
I want to go and try them now, because I want to see if they've really revamped
the mac and cheese thing was good, Danny.
All right.
Look, and when I say good, okay, I mean, yeah, it's not canless. Okay, we understand that, but it's good for the price point. You know, I mean, because I was just at an Applebee's, and I was very surprised at how good it was for the price point, because it's been a long time since I've been at an Applebee's, and I'm like, you know what? I'm really enjoying this meal, considering I know where I'm at. I know the price point, and it was better than I remembered, because sometimes I wondered, like, I don't know. I can't remember. Is Applebee's a good place I used to like to go to or not? I can't remember back in the day. So, Danny, give it a shot, because, yeah, you're right. I mean, before IHOP, you really just went there for the pancakes.
Yeah, then the pancakes are amazing. Or breakfast items, just in general.
Yeah,
eggs. Yeah, eggs and everything. But
I went for their strawberry syrup.
Oh, there you go.
Did you just drink it?
No, but I would put it on anything. Most of the time, pancakes, yes, but also like the sausage, eggs, all of it.
Dude, it's funny. Someone just texted us in. It's literally the reason why I was going to pick Sherry's. And I'm like, man, great minds think alike, apparently, BJ, because it's Sherry's by far. They have the loaded hash browns and their pie sold.
Yeah,
dude, the loaded hash browns are amazing.
Forgot about those.
So good.
Forgot about the loaded hash browns.
It's a game changer.
That's why it's tough for me, man, because Denny's is where I'll go if there's no IHOP or Sherry's available. Mm-hmm. Then I'll be like, all right, I'll take a Denny's. Like, Denny's has got good pie. Don't mind the Denny's pie. I just like Sherry's better. And when it comes to breakfast, don't mind Denny's for breakfast, but I like IHOP better. And, when it comes to lunch, well, there's just so many other options for lunch. You know what I mean? There's a lot of places that open up. Like Applebee's, for instance.
I love Denny's for the moons over my hammy.
That's
not just because of the name, but it's a really good sandwich.
You're right,
really good
dude.
breakfast
That is
sandwich.
I forgot about that.
Denny's was always my go-to in terms of if you are out late for anything, concert, they're always open.
Yeah.
And it was like any time that Grand Slam breakfast would just hit, and it was like, this is amazing.
That's funny because I think of IHOP that way. Back when my old band used to play a lot of shows in Capitol Hill.
Oh, sure.
And we would finish the show and go straight to that one. It's like at 13th and Madison, I think, or somewhere around there. And it was at IHOP, and we would. That was our after the show. Some people want to go find more drugs and party. We wanted to go to IHOP and eat pancakes because we were party animals, BJ.
Dude, that's the thing. I honestly will contend.
So good.
I'll contend that a lot of local bands have a place like that because for us in Albuquerque, it was this place called the Frontier, and it was like we couldn't get off stage fast enough because we wanted to go to the Frontier and have breakfast burritos at 1 a.m.
That's 13 coins for me.
Yeah.
13 coins is that for me, no doubt about it.
The Hurricane used to be that spot for before that place closed. Also, Beth's, of course. That's another.
Oh yeah.
But the Hurricane 13 coins is always just that's a go-to.
Yeah,
for a late night eating.
That's my choice for late night eating. And also, if somebody wants to meet me there for breakfast, I'm also very, very happy about that too. Because but then I look at it like if we're going to go local places, everyone's got that great diner, up by me. It's Chase's Pancake Corral in Bellevue. Such a great joint.
You took us there that one time.
I love that place.
Yeah, it was good. I actually really liked it. And whoever the dude was that was serving us, he couldn't be a nicer guy. I really liked it. That was a fun experience, even with you, BJ.
I know. How much? You can thank Chase's for that. You can thank them because they've been there forever. So, you can thank them. And it's...
Can't go wrong with Fula's, of course, boys.
Fula's is great.
Well, that's the other thing. Yeah. If I'm not going to be on my side of town, you're right, Steve. Fula's is always... And Fula's... Man, it's the star power. If anyone's ever watched Triple D, and you go, "Hey, I'm going to take you to this place," and then they walk in and because they've been on a lot, and they were on one of the earlier ones on there. People remember and they go, "Holy crap! Was this the one that was on with Guy Fieri?" And then they see them, and you look like a star when you're hugging Psyche and the gang because they're TV stars.
I still contend that they should just put that episode or all the episodes that they've ever been on the Food Network on a constant loop on television.
I agree.
Yep.
Because, they have enough content that even if you stood there for a couple of hours, you wouldn't see the same thing.
They even did the stay-at-home one when it was like 2020 and everything was shut down.
They're making those sandwiches.
And they sent him the food for a guy to make at home, and that was a great episode as well. Yeah, I loved them.
Yeah, Fula's is, I mean, that's, if somebody says, where should I go? I go, if you want breakfast, that's where you're going to go. And it always impresses my friends because they're a little worried. My friends are just like, they're kind of basic a lot of times when they come to town and they go, and my brother especially was nervous I was going to take him to this place. And I'm like, dude, don't worry. Believe me, it's the best food, but it does not make you do not feel like you're in a fancy schmancy place at all because it's a diner and they're great people.
So it's BJ, my family and I, we have reservations at 13 Coins next week. Recommendations?
Everything.
Ooh. Dude, but I recommend I never even knew until one time I went with D. Ted Smith, and it's also great if you're hungry because sometimes you have to wait a little bit for food and anywhere you go.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is they have ready to go at a moment's notice because they come out quick are their meatballs.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
As an appetizer, their meatballs are amazing.
They're so good.
They have if you're
big ass meatballs, and they come out fast. So that way, if you're starving, it's a good appetizer because you get them quick.
Agreed.
Yeah. That's what I would get.
They also have a really good cocktail menu, which if you've never tried, if you're into drinking, they have a beer and Johnny Walker mix cocktail.
Huh?
It sounds so weird, but they mix like whiskey, like a Scotch whiskey, with like a Space Dust IPA from Elysian.
That stuff's good.
And over ice. It's my favorite cocktail in Seattle.
Well, I'll have to try it, Danny. See, this is why you got to bring Danny. As much as I want to give Danny a hard time when it comes to like beer and how you want to make it work. I mean, I think out of everybody on the show, Danny knows what's up.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I didn't even know they had that. Yeah. The menu's insane at 13 Coins.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had lunch there. Like, even when I go for lunchtime, I usually get a breakfast thing because it's the same problem with Fula's. They have great lunch, and I've never had lunch at Fula's once. Because every time I go, you know what? They serve breakfast for as long as you want. Mm-hmm. So how am I not going to get the Chinese pancake?
That's the only thing you ever get. Consistency, man. I love it.
And a hobo, because the Chinese pancake's got everything. It's got the pancake, it's got the ham, it's got the egg, all right in the pancake.
What more do you need?
What do you need? Oh, it's all of my favorite things.
Once the West Seattle Bridge opens again,
which is never, Danny.
No, it's supposed to be in July.
I hope so, Danny, because it is a nightmare. I mean, love you there.
I need to take you guys to Luna Park. I've taken BJ for lunch.
He's right. It is a great place.
But Luna Park, they also have great breakfast. It's kind of like the Route 66 diner vibe, and they have something called the Pile Up, and it's just a bunch of potatoes and sausage and bacon, all topped with egg and like green chili.
I know you losers already, just to spite me, have already planned a dinner at that vegan place, but I will go there.
We already are going in a couple of weeks.
Danny, change that dinner to Luna Park instead. Make these losers go there, because that's a great restaurant.
You guys will love it.
Yeah, oh man, I just don't know if Danny. I had the peanut butter Elvis sandwich there, right?
Yes,
the
you did.
Hamburger.
Yep.
I don't know if I can not have that now. It's so good.
Fair enough. I mean, everything's good there.
I forget the guy's name, but he's
DJ Ravioli.
Oh, DJ Ravioli, who listens to the show.
Does he spin music there?
No.
That's just his name.
Yeah, his name is DJ, and his
guy is great.
Ravioli.
I that they had like a guy in the ones and twos.
I wish they did. No, they have the old jukebox there that you could put your own money in.
So then DJ Ravioli just stands by it and just picks the songs for you.
Yeah.
He's kind of like Red out of the 50s too. I mean, honestly, it's like DJ said, "Hey, would you like to see the set of Happy Days? It's right here."
It's awesome.
Luna Park is great.
So many great breakfast spots.
So is that where we're going, Vicky? We changing our mind? I mean, it's going to be a shorter commute for you, and a shorter.
It does have a vegan menu.
Okay, fine. If you guys are all about that, I don't have a problem if you want vegan food. I do not want vegan food.
We all want vegan food.
Here's
BJ.
what I would like to say.
A fully vegan show.
Here's what you need to understand about me. I lived that life for almost 20 years of my life.
No,
so
you
I
live
am
vegetarian. It's different.
Okay.
Now you can't even have cheese.
You know what? Seriously. I lived a non-meat lifestyle. Let's just say that. I had a non-meat lifestyle for 20 years. I was so happy when I decided, when the chips fell how they fell and I didn't have to do it anymore. And look, if there's a vegan restaurant, that's the only place a person can eat, I will go. But my choice will never, if you say, BJ, where do you want to go? I will never pick any vegetarian vegan place ever again. I did it for 20 years. I'm done.
All right, fine.
That's all. But you know what? Congratulations. Danny, I would like to say to you, Danny, while they're going down there to their place, how about you and I go to Luna Park? I'm ready to go.
I'm going to the vegan place, but I will go to Luna Park with you Danny. On a different day.
There you go.
You know you want to go to Luna Park, Danny.
I do. I'll go. I can go to both, BJ.
No, that's it. I'm out.
All right. Fine.
It's over.
I'm going to Luna Park by myself.
You know what? Humans. All right.
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
All right.
Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right.
Who was the male lead in the 80s film American Gigolo?
All right, now you're just playing with me.
Because that's Richard Gere.
Yes.
You changed the question.
No. It's just chaos, man.
You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're going to play Beat Miggs at 8:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I'm getting my wages garnished. Can bankruptcy help with that?
Absolutely. One of the big reasons people file bankruptcy is because they have a judgment or a lawsuit against them, or their wages are getting garnished, and so they can't pay their other regular ongoing bills. People sometimes think that you can't file bankruptcy once they have a judgment against them or once a garnishment has started, and that's not true. Filing bankruptcy will immediately stop any garnishment that you have going, except for child support, and stop your creditors from continuing on with garnishments of your bank accounts, your wages, and in most cases will discharge that liability through the bankruptcy process. And we can file a bankruptcy case for you usually the day you come in.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Realtors abide by a code of ethics. This is Article 9 in action. Beth, a first-time homebuyer, knew nothing about the home buying process, except that she wanted to buy a home. But her realtor had the expertise to make sure Beth understood every document, even giving her copies to review with her lawyer so Beth could close on her first home with confidence. Complicated things explained in simple terms. The difference between an agent and a realtor is real. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. That's who we are.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.